Hey, it's Jake. I am just about to leave CES 2024. In fact, a few hours after shooting this video, I'm headed to the airport, but I can't head out of here without talking about some gaming monitors that we saw here at the show because there were a ton of them. The most obvious place to start is Samsung. We have the new Odyssey OLED G8 and Odyssey OLED G6, and they're significant for quite a few reasons. Number one, they're using second-gen QD-OLED panels. We're not sure what second-gen brings to QD-OLED, but hopefully they have better color accuracy and better brightness, which were two issues we saw on first-gen QD-OLED. Now, the Odyssey OLED G8 is a 32-inch monitor, 4K, with a 240 Hz refresh rate, while the Odyssey OLED G6 is 27 inches, 1440p with a 360 Hz refresh rate. Critically, they are the first flat QD OLED monitors that Samsung has ever made, which is really exciting, and they finally deliver 4K resolution in an OLED form factor. I'm not going to remember the product name here, but next up we have the LG UltraGear 4K OLED dual refresh rate. That's what I'm calling it right now, at least. 4K, 240 Hz, 32 inches, kind of similar to what we've seen from Samsung. The difference this time is that it's a WOLED panel and it has the dual refresh rate feature. Basically, with a single press, this lets you switch to 1080p at 480 Hz while still getting that beautiful contrast you get with an OLED panel. This is definitely one to keep an eye on because it lets you have the high-end, high-resolution cinematic experience while also having the super fast competitive experience under one display. All right, after that, we have the Alienware 27 QD OLED and 32 QD OLED. These are very similar to the Samsung monitors. In fact, they're using the Samsung display panel that those monitors use, but they're from Alienware. We've already seen with the Alienware 34 QD OLED that the company goes above and beyond with everything outside of the panel. You have a great on-screen display, you have great cable management built into the monitor, and critically, these two displays come with the same market-leading 3-year warranty that we saw on the 34 QD OLED. 3 years, and that covers burn-in. That's a pretty big deal. Something that came out of left field was a certain display from Asus. It is a 27-inch 1440p OLED monitor, WOLED from LG Display. But what came out of left field was the refresh rate. It's 480 Hz. Now, it's not clear if Asus has some sort of exclusivity deal, if other brands will have this monitor. We haven't seen any here at the show, so Asus might be the only one. Last year, we were seeing 1440p monitors with a 240 Hz refresh rate, and this year we're seeing double that, and that's kind of a huge deal. Asus is also claiming 1300 nits of peak brightness, which is the brightest we've ever seen for an OLED display. This is definitely one that we'll want to test once we have it in our hands. And finally, it's not technically a product, but is super cool tech. It is Samsung's 2D, 3D monitor. Basically, this is a monitor you can toggle between 2D and 3D, all without glasses. Instead, it uses two cameras in front of the monitor that track your eyes and your head and uses that to simulate 3D. The big deal here is that it works with any game, and it even works with VR applications. Samsung doesn't have a name for this monitor yet. Any details about pricing, availability, we'll probably know more in the second half of the year, but as far as CES tech goes, it was definitely one of the most impressive things we saw. Now, as mentioned, there were a ton of displays here at CES 2024, but those were the 5 that really stood out to us when we were walking around the show floor trying to find the best thing. Let me know in the comments below what display you're most excited about, and I appreciate you stopping by and watching. All right, I'll see you in the next video.